All right, we'll be going over the market, going over today's plays. All right, look at what today's gap in the market changed for the hourly chart. All right, and what to expect for the rest of the week. Let's get started. Good afternoon. This is Ifan from the Strategic Day Trader, and this is your market wrap for January 19th, 2021. We just closed here, been closed for about a minute here in the market. All right, Qs are going to end the day here up just shy of 1.5%, and then the SPY up 0.78. All right. Coming into today, we were looking for follow through on the sell setup here. Okay. If we took out Friday's high, no longer bearish. Same for the Qs here. If we took out for the Qs, it wasn't the high, it was the pivot here, the high right there, 314.04, no longer bearish, and we kind of gapped right to it. So kind of told you right at the open, we're not going to get follow through to the downside right away, and that we're not that bearish. So you can see it looks like the hourly wanted to start a downtrend and immediately failed. Well, as immediately as it can be, because the very next morning after it triggered, right, it failed. So yeah, that's about as immediate as it can be since it triggered right at the end of the day on Friday. So where does that leave us going into tomorrow? I'm going to be neutral going into tomorrow. What I would like to see is the market move lower. That'll give us a nice reference point here, and then over the end of the move or over the top. Let's say we get a small gap down tomorrow. That'll make it even easier, over 317 on the Qs. Okay, or if we base up here, give us a breakout, that works as well. Okay, so going into tomorrow, going to be neutral, basically waiting for resolution here. So right now we've got a bit of a range here. Okay, if we start to consolidate in one towards the top, then anticipate a breakout. If we consolidate more towards the bottom, expect a breakdown. So that's really what I'm looking for, is confirmation of the next move, as we've just now proven today that we're not ready to come in. We'll see then if we can get a higher low here in this move, and that'll put us back to bullish. All right, let's go over the things from today. All right, COCP, TELL, and also the LAC. Okay, were the plays from today. All right, starting off with the LAC, really nice call here from Sammy on this 2-minute base breakout. I mean, this is pretty close to textbook here. Nice attempts to break down there. That's what created the bottoming tails. Attempt to break down and then the breakout. So nice play from Sammy there. LAC breakout to start the day, and that's what you're going to see. We had a lot of breakouts today. The COCP, I gave this a shot in the morning as a breakout, as it tried to break above. Didn't work. Okay. But I was able to get a call on this at lunchtime, actually. Okay. We got a base here. So gave that a shot right there. It was pretty tough to manage. You know, the initial move up pretty much got to the first target, and then I wanted to see something closer to 195, but then this came and shook us out. Okay. So, you know, a small winner on the COCP. Got a little bit sloppy there, so we were able to get some out and then got kicked out. Trailed out some, a little bit better than break even on the back half there. And then it set up again. You can see it started to base up here towards the top, and then eventually did another breakout and exploded, just went climactic. So, yeah, that was tough. That was a tough one to kind of watch, because I didn't really like this entry here over the top again. I thought it was kind of multiple bars up here, but you know, I mean, this thing doesn't really care what I like. It's gonna do what it's gonna do. So you know, I think it was good to focus on this. The daily was pretty solid here. You're doing basically a weekly pullback right here. There's your weekly buy setup. daily base breakout. Another one that came up shortly after the open, didn't have it initially on the list with the gap ups, but found it a little bit later, and what a move, right? Just interesting that it had to do it kind of into the basically the final hour of the day there. So COCP, the official call made some. Hopefully those of you that played it did a lot better job with the management than I did. And then the other one was the TELL, which was pretty... we had this base breakout right here. So you can see a lot of these base breakouts today. Market was bullish. So a lot of continuation of this stuff here on the TELL. Eventually this did trail under the hourly as well. But nice tight stop. So it wasn't too bad, at least on the initial run up. All right. So, you know, pretty standard stuff. A lot of breakouts today. Qs and SPY negating the bear setup that we had at the end of the week last week. So we're going to have to keep an eye on, see if we get continuation now as it looks to pick the next direction. All right. All right, that's going to do it for today's market wrap. Hope you did well today. We'll be back at it tomorrow, and I will talk to you then. Have a good evening.